Sanders' first carry of the game. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
33-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw to Smith. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the turnover, here's Murray. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Browns' 35-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Murray's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers have taken a 1st quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Browns nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they make? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Murray. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 8 at the 12.
Incomplete.
Murray's pass intended for number 21. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing is Murray on third down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue. But to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
And the Browns first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He's going to try and take off with it. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Ball carrier.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun now for Murray. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 44 is the mic.
Throwing now is Murray. Flushed out right. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 37. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Murray now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. John Ross, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Watch the twins. Watch the twins.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
A loss of 5 brings up second and 15 at the 23-yard line.
Murray now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Odell Beckham. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. Big hold of the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Josh Lambo.
Miles Sanders, 85 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Browns 14.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Play action. Now it's Murray. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Murray's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing again, Murray. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Rip left. 44, Mike, 44. Hey, pick your game.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Complete to number 6.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now Murray again. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. From the gun on third down, Murray being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Steeler. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. First down, Murray. Dancing to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Mike's 50. Hey, Corey, get away.
Operating from the gun, Murray. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. From the gun, Murray got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
1-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math, they did it well, and it works for them.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Check, check. Come on, wild work. We want it. Easy. Bobo's the mic. Mike's Bobo. I got
him. From the gun, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
44's the mic. Get him.
Murray to air it out again. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Steelers' 7-yard line.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Receiver.
7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll try to run with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Exit. 56, Mike 56, right there, 56. Go!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50.
Woo, yeah!
The 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. You have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Have the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 20! And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
After the turnover, here's Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He finds Beckham, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Sanders.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 10. And the Browns first down.
Watch out. Kill.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Browns 14.